Pisces, you are very, very, very special in someone's eyes. And it's about time you realised that and you felt that. You've been in relationships in the past where it didn't feel that way. I feel like there's also a message coming through of you burning the old clothes, the old flowers. If someone's giving you flowers or a gift, an apology gift, a breakup gift, a vase, and they're your ex and new love has just arrived, make sure you get rid of all the old stuff from your ex, please, because the new life looks good. Whatever your ex has given you, can you make sure it's gone before your next date with this new person? Because that's the only thing that's going to block you, is that old energy. Yeah? I see a little bit of worry here. I've just started shuffling, so stay with me. Nine of Swords is out. But the preliminary energy was gorgeous. But Nine of Swords is out here. Let me look at why. What are you worrying about, Pisces? So let's look at this Nine of Swords energy. Yeah. Ace of Swords, Six of Cups. It looks like you're trying to move on from an ex, trying to move on from someone who you know there is no future with. This person could have paid for you, given you a lot of money, bought you a lot of expensive things. You might be uncomfortable about throwing things away that someone's bought you, but you have a new love in your life and that's starting up. And if you hold on too tightly to this old stuff from your ex, it's going to block your new relationship. In the past, your independence was linked to materialism. Your happiness was linked to money and wealth a lot more. Whoever you were with, they could have paid for everything. They could have bought you everything. They could have spoiled you with finer things and Gucci bags. Every time you done something wrong, they done something wrong, you got a new handbag, a new gift, right? That's how it worked for you. You were always looking pretty and perfect for this person. And now you're moving into a relationship where that's not how it works. This person is well off financially, in a good position, loves you to pieces. They don't need you to act any other way though, but you're resisting something. It's like someone wants to give you a gift, you're batting it away, you're still thinking about your ex. You're still thinking about the money that you used to get from your ex, I feel. You're still questioning how you're going to build a stable life in this passionate new relationship. You're worried that if you don't keep speaking to your ex, you're not going to have this money. Are you trapped in a financially abusive relationship? Would you say your last relationship was financially abusive? Are you aware of what financial abuse is and how it starts and what it looks like in a relationship? Let me know in the comments, because I don't want this to be a massive shock or awakening to you, but I see some serious issues that need to be resolved around finances and how that's linked to love. Because I see someone coming in to offer you something from a really loving standpoint, and you're either scared that it's going to be like the past where you're abused again financially, or you're still concerned about your ex and what he used to give you and whether or not you're still going to receive what he used to give you financially. Healing from financial abuse, I see here. There's someone in your life who's offering you a new beginning that is passionate and fun and really, really positive. It cuts your toxic ex out of the way and it brings real love into your life. This is a new beginning for you, Pisces. A new beginning in love, okay? This person is truly interested in you and is willing to offer you 10 of Pentacles, a real beautiful life after some real bullshit you went through, real bullshit in your past when in your last relationship. Intuitively, you knew you shouldn't have stayed in that relationship. It made you really cold and bitter, and you acted like you were happy all the time, but you weren't, and you would never tell anyone that you weren't really happy. You faked it quite a lot. You won't have to do this with this person, but you're still indecisive. Is this person gonna fuck me over? Is this a trick? Is this a scam? Is this genuine? I'm not sure. That's what you keep saying, because this person's coming at you quickly and they're offering you a lot, energetically, emotionally, spiritually, maybe even financially. Some of their qualities could mirror your ex, and that makes you concerned. But it's not the same situation you're in. But it triggers the old memories in you that make you remember the things with your ex. And it makes you start wondering, am I being abused again? Is this the same situation again? It's not. This person's just jumped from a King of Pentacles to an Emperor. They really are giving you what they say they're giving you. What they're offering, they mean. They're genuine as fuck. They see you as a really sexy, powerful woman. They want to support you financially, I feel, and maybe that's a concern for you. Yeah, but this is justice, because clearly you've been manifesting this in your past relationships. Someone to support you financially, and for someone to be the provider financially for you. Right? If that's a goal you've set yourself and you've desired to be in relationships like that, and you've manifested relationships like that in the past, then there's no surprise that you're manifesting that kind of relationship again. It's just the last one was financially abusive, because the way that you were used and I want to say brutalized, so maybe some even domestic violence and stuff like that in your relationship, because of this is what scares you. But you're picking up someone who is aligned to you, who wants to provide for you, and you will see straight away in the connection, they're not asking you for anything else in return. They're not beating you down, they're not making you feel insecure, they're not offering you stuff as a reward for good behavior, which looks like that was a thing in the past. You've got to do all these things for the money from me. You've got to talk to me in the right way for the money. You've got to behave in this way for the money. If there's conflict and argument, I'll take that money away from you. That's not here. This person is nothing like that financially. I think you can tell straight away from how this person dresses and how this person drives, how this person carries themselves. They don't ooze materialistic, but they're powerful and they own that. And they don't make a big deal about money. They just pay it or give it to you and get on with their day. It's not an abusive, toxic relationship. This person used to try and make you shine in diamonds and jewels and try bling you out over the top to make you feel extra special, or make you value the material things in life. This person isn't doing that. This person wants husband and wife, settled down, kids, family. This person is emotional. This person is emotional when it comes to you, because they know what you've been through in the past. They can see it, they can tell. If there's been an incident in your relationship with one time you kind of like jumped back or worried that they was going to hit you or something, or like kind of, you see that challenge on TikTok with it says did they flinch, the flinch challenge, which is quite a concerning challenge, because it identifies if you're more likely to flinch in a relationship, then it suggests you've either been in an abusive relationship or that relationship's been abusive. So you could have flinched a few times in this man's approach to you. He went to kiss you or hug you goodbye, or he moved suddenly and you flinched, and he was a bit like, whoa, and you was a bit like, whoa. And I don't know if you had a conversation about it, but it kind of identified that you're still holding on to kind of insecurities from the past, because this man would never put a hand on you or try and manipulate or control you or use money as a weapon. So you've got to take time to see what you've been going through in the past, have a lot more compassion for yourself and what you've come through, and choose to move towards this new relationship, because you've been waiting a long time for this. You could have been single for a long while, wishing for someone new to come in, and now they have. It's just triggered your past relationships and why you left your ex, and the fears around money and really giving and taking a risk. But this person's the one. They love you. You could settle down, have kids, get married with this person, and they will be everything for you. Whether or not they float your boat all the way round, and they do it for you long term. And the only issue in this relationship that I can see is this person potentially not being gangster enough, abusive enough, bad enough. What's wrong with us women that desire bad boys, right? I tell you, eventually as a female, you get to a certain age and you really do not desire a bad guy anymore. If you grow up and you're like, oh, I love a bad boy, oh, I love a rebel, I love this. Go through years and years of financial abuse and domestic violence, and I'm telling you now, you're never going to want a bad boy again. You're going to want to settle down with someone loving, generous and kind and giving like this man is. So if there is, but we do grow up with habits and behaviors and love languages that can be of the toxic kind, because we could have grown up in homes filled with domestic violence and homes filled with financial abuse, so we don't know any better. But you're learning in this connection with this man who is prepared to walk through these steps with you and heal with you, so you never go back to anything low vibrational and nothing toxic or abusive again. He's willing to stand there and be that man for you. I think that you haven't really had, male or female, guys, switch the roles around, but from what I can see, you've never really had a connection that is free of toxicity entirely. This man is an upstanding man. And then if you come from a toxic background or some kind of stereotypical kind of love language in the past, having someone who is just stable and grounded and loving and kind and all the good stuff makes you a little bit conflicted, because you're used to the bad stuff. You're used to fighting in relationships. You're used to arguing. You're used to slamming car doors and crying on the phone and fighting and locking yourself in the toilet. I don't know. But whatever it is, it's not present here. And that's when you've got to look at yourself and go, wow, look who I am now. Look what I've evolved to. Look what I've manifested into my life. I've prayed for this. Am I ready to receive this? Because it's praying and manifesting one thing, but walking in that light, becoming one with that manifestation, choosing to align to every aspect of that version of you so you don't have to be in toxicity again, that's where the work really begins. That's where the dedication really sets in. God said, I can give you what you want, but if you can really see that this is it for you, and if you're really done with that old life of toxicity, then you show me the way now. Because this is your destiny, and this is your path to trek. Yeah? Beautiful, Pisces. A little bit nerve-wracking, a little bit overwhelming, because you've met someone who is finally a higher caliber of love. If they're a Gemini, go and check out the Gemini reading, because I did say a higher caliber love last week in the Gemini reading. This is someone way better than anyone you've ever been with, and that could throw you off. And they're not loving you in any basic way from the basic ways you were loved in the past, so that could throw you off. And that's the only thing that's going to screw you up here. If you look at those old connections and compare it to this as, well, I was more comfortable in that old world. I was more comfortable with the abuse. I was more comfortable with being controlled. This person's so nice. Too nice. A lot of women struggle with that. And that's how you break the curse. What is too nice? Do you get what I mean? You should value yourself enough internally, have more than enough self-love inside of you to be able to be adored by a man who wants to adore you, and this man wants to adore you, spend money on you, wine and dine you without it being toxic or abusive, without you having to do things and be ordered around and be commanded by him. That isn't a healthy love language. It is a love language though. Yeah, dominatrix and submissive and dominant styles in relationships, and a load of other stuff in sexual styles and relationships are really infringed on by these different styles. So be clear about what you want and what you need. Make sure you can get it in this relationship, but nonetheless, please make sure you give this relationship a real chance, because you prayed for this once and now it's in front of your face. Okay, go on, Pisces, dive in, love and light.